In the year 1723, a merchant ship named the Sea Serpent sailed across the treacherous waters of the North Atlantic. Captain Elias Hawthorne, a seasoned sailor, had heard tales of mermaids, beautiful creatures whose enchanting songs lured sailors to their doom. He dismissed these stories as mere folklore, but as they sailed deeper into the fog-laden sea, an unsettling feeling crept over him. One fateful evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting an eerie glow across the waves, the crew began to hear a haunting melody. It was soft at first, like a whisper carried by the wind, but soon escalated into a symphony of voices that echoed through the ship. Mesmerized, the sailors leaned over the railing, eyes glazed and hearts pounding. "Captain," cried First Mate Thomas, shaking Elias from his trance, "we must turn back. It's them. The sirens." Elias hesitated, torn between disbelief and fear. But it was too late. The ship was already drifting toward a cluster of jagged rocks that jutted out of the water like teeth ready to devour them. Suddenly, from beneath the waves emerged figures cloaked in shimmering scales and long flowing hair. Their beauty was otherworldly, but their smiles held a sinister edge. The mermaids sang with voices that could break hearts and shatter wills. "Join us in our watery home," they beckoned, their eyes glinting like polished gems. "Leave behind your burdens and be free." One by one, crew members began to jump overboard, entranced by the call of the sirens. Captain Elias fought against the pull of their song, but soon he found himself standing alone on deck, watching as his crew disappeared beneath the surface. In a desperate attempt to save his men, he grabbed a barrel of gunpowder and ignited it with a flare from his lantern. The explosion shattered the night's tranquility and sent waves crashing against the ship. The mermaids shrieked in fury as their song turned to chaos. The water churned violently as Elias shouted at his crew to return. "Fight it! Swim back!" But their faces were pale and lifeless. They had succumbed to the allure of eternal peace in the depths below. With one last glance, Elias steered the Sea Serpent away from danger, vowing never to return to those cursed waters. As dawn broke over the horizon, he could still hear faint echoes of their song lingering in his mind, a reminder of what he had lost. Years later, tales of the Sea Serpent became legend among sailors who dared to traverse those haunted waters. They spoke of ghostly figures seen dancing on the waves, and an eerie melody that could still lure men to their doom. And so it was said that if you listened closely on stormy nights, you could hear the sirens singing, waiting patiently for another ship to claim as their own.